Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you're visiting from. Thank you for being here on this live today. I made a commitment um, for New Year's, not a New Year's resolution though, but a commitment that I was going to try to do 2 to 3, maybe 4 lives a week. Um, I did not succeed with that this week. I think I only did one this week because I've been so busy putting things together for the training for AI viral downline. So that's occupied a lot of my time, but I'm enjoying doing it. Right. But I did want to get one in this week, another one in this week before the week ended. So, um, and do me a favor if you're watching this live, and I can't see this until after it's over with. But if you're watching live, you just put live in the comments. I would appreciate that. If you're watching it on replay, put replay in the comments as well. Either one, whichever one. Okay. So this is Friday evening for me, or Friday afternoon. It's 4:25 here in Houston. Um, and so the weekend's upon us. I don't know if you have any special plans this weekend or not, but hope it's a good weekend for you and a safe weekend and productive weekend. All right. I know some of you are only able to work your businesses on the weekend. So if that's where you are, I hope you just get a lot of production on that and can do well. And if you're just going to get out and enjoy the beach or the rain, which we're going to have, whichever, just enjoy yourself. Anyway, let me get on with it. The topic of my life today is called Why Clarity Beats Talent Every Time. Now, I want you to think about this and let this sink in. Some of the most talented people online never make any money, or at least they make little money. And some of the least talented people do really well. Think about that. Why is that? Okay. So let's talk about that for a minute and let's clarify how I'm using the terms. All right. So, what does talent look like? Talent looks like being great on camera, having a professional voice, right? Okay. Talent could be writing well, knowing all the tools of the trade, sounding confident, right? Um, but clarity is about knowing who you can help, knowing what problems you can solve, and knowing what to do today to move forward, right? So, in reality, talent impresses people, but clarity moves people. Right? And talented people, they tend to overthink. They tend to want perfection. And honestly, they will change directions more often. Meanwhile, the clear people will repeat the same message over and over. And guess what? They're okay with being boring because they can execute things without second guessing it because they're used to it already. So here's a reality fact: most talented people quit because their expectations are too high. And because their expectations are high, they don't get to where they want to be soon enough and they jump ship. All right. But clarity removes decision fatigue, right? Because you're being consistent. You're doing things over and over. And clarity will build trust faster because people will understand what you're doing, where you're coming from, and they'll understand your heart. So we'll build trust faster. And actually, clarity makes content easier because if you're staying focused on one thing, then you really get knowledgeable about that one thing and can move forward. So it makes content easier. And when you're being clear and focused and not all over the place, clarity, you can use clarity to mark your progress and measure how well you're doing. Think about it like this. Clarity is like a GPS, and talent is like a sports car, right? Everybody wants that fancy sports car. It looks good. It's all shiny and nice and all that. But without directions, you're just driving fast in circles, right? So clarity gets you where you want to be. Now, how do people lose focus or lose clarity? And you may have even been in this situation before. It really comes down sometimes from listening to too many different voices. All right. You've got this coach, you've got this mentor, you've got this program, all trying to tell you, sometimes talk about the same subject matter, but they're telling you different stuff. And so it gets you confused. So you lose your clarity, you lose your focus. Another way, another thing that can cause you to lose clarity and your focus is changing strategies weekly, sometimes changing strategies daily. All right. You have to make a commitment to what, when you know this is what you want to do, that you're going to stick with it. You're not going to be flip flopping and changing once a week to something different. Right? If your focus is going to be, I'm going to market making Facebook posts, then you want to stick with that. All right, that's your strategy. You want to stick with it, or if your strategy is to, I'm going to market um, doing YouTube videos, that's your strategy. Stick with it. Don't keep switching all over the place. Learn to master what you're doing so that you have clarity. But that can be the downfall of people. They'll say, "Well, I tried Facebook for 2 days, I didn't get anything. I tried paid ads for 3 days, and I didn't get anything." They're all over the place, right? The other thing that can really cause you to lose clarity is, is, is trying to copy advanced marketers. All right. Guys or gals who've been around for a long time in the field know what they're doing. They can eat, sleep, and drink their business. And then you try to copy them, but you're not rooted in foundation. And foundation is so important when you're trying to get clarity in your business. So don't try to follow the advanced marketers by copying what they do. Yes, listen to what they say, but don't try to you know follow them using the exact same tone of voice, the exact look. Uh, you got to be yourself. You got to be real. People can read through fakeness, and so you want to be real. Don't be trying to imitate advanced marketers. And the other thing that causes you to lose clarity is sometimes people will try to speak to everyone, and guess what? Everyone's not going to be wanting what you have. Everybody's not going to be interested in what you're trying to promote. So you have to be focused on who you're talking to, right? If I'm in a group of bird watchers, right, and I'm talking to them how to train foxes to chase birds, that's not your right audience. You're not going to get anywhere. So you don't want to spin your wheels trying to talk to anybody, everybody you come in contact with. Now, in the old days, they used to teach that. Talk to anybody within what I think was 3 feet of you about your business. But everybody's not interested in that. So don't spin your wheels talking to everybody and their brother. Okay. Be focused on who you're promoting to. Right. Clarity takes away confusion. And confusion isn't a lack of information. Actually, confusion comes from too much information. It's just like I mentioned earlier. If you're listening to this person on how to do something, and this person over here, and this person over there, you're going to get confused because you're taking in too much information. And I see people get bogged down by taking too much training, right? It can be for the same person, but they spend their whole time training, courses, all of that, and not taking action. You've got to take action, all right? Um, so here are three actionable things that I want you to think about. Who are you trying to help right now, this very moment? And the reason I say that is because things may change. You know, you may have been working with a group of people where you're helping them to lose weight, and you've moved on from that. And now you're with a group of people you're helping them to make money online or whatever. So you want to think about who are you trying to help right now, all right? Because the people that you were talking to about losing weight or getting their health better, probably won't be interested in how to make money online. They may be, but the majority of them were connected to you because they wanted to learn how to lose weight or whatever it may be. Okay? So define who you're trying to help at this moment. And then once you know that, what one problem do they care about the most? Right? Don't look for a bunch of them, just find one product, one problem that they care about the most. And then what is the one action that you can take to help them to overcome that problem? So you define the problem, you define the person that you're trying to help, you define their most needed problem to fix, and then you provide your actions to provide a solution to help them. Right? So this comes down to focus, right? It's not splattering. You know, there's the old sales thing. You know, the more you throw at the wall, the more that's going to stick. That's not how it works anymore. Okay, you want to be focused and you want to be clear on what you're trying to do. All right. So it comes from choosing and being specific on what you're wanting to do, and then take action. Right. So going back as I get ready to close this live out, going back to what I talked about in the beginning about talent versus clarity. Talent fades when things get boring, right? But clarity carries on through. It carries on through. So let me ask you a question. Where do you feel unclear right now? Your message, your audience, your daily actions, right? That's where you need to seek clarity. Examine where you feel unclear so you can fix that. If it's the message, then work on your message. If it's just you're talking to the wrong audience, work on getting connected with the people that are interested in what your message is. Or is it your daily actions? Do you spend time doing all the wrong things that's not going to help you to accomplish your goal? So I'm going to leave you with that today, is um, to define, get clarity in your business life. You know, it's your message, it could be your product even, your audience, or your daily action. So hopefully you got something out of this live today and benefited from it. Again, I would ask you if you were listening to this live, put a live in the comment section. If you're watching on replay, uh, put comment replay in the comment section, and click the like button or reaction button. That would help me with my algorithms. I would appreciate that. So you take care for now, and have a foxtastic weekend. And we will see you again soon. And always feel free to reach out to me if you have questions or need help. I'm always there to assist where I can. So you take care for now, and we will see you next time.